3 years off of social media, 0 videos, 0 audience, and just a few weeks ago, one woman posted her video where she's teaching math, getting kids to think strategically the exact way she would with a student in her classroom. Guess what? That video passed 60,000 views. I want to tell you her whole story today, and also someone else's too. A father of 2 who coaches 4 different sports was convinced he had nothing left to give. I'm Paris Blair. This is Impact Without Permission, a series for educators and specialists who are done fighting a system that was never built for their students. If this is your first time here, you're in the right place. Stick around because what I'm about to show you might be the most important 9 minutes you watch this week. Now, the last 2 videos I made named some things that are hard to hear. The system getting in the way, the time you don't have, time, freedom you are not given. If you watched both of those, I want you to know I didn't say any of that to leave you there. I said it because before anything changes, you have to be honest about what's actually true. Today, I want to show you something different. Not a theory, not a hypothetical, but 2 real people, an educator and a coach, who had the exact fear you might be sitting with right now and what they did with it. Now, let me introduce you to Aaron first. Aaron coaches football, basketball, soccer, and track. Championship winning teams, might I add. He's also a husband and a father of 2 kids, 7 and under. When I talked to Aaron about building something of his own, I watched him do the math in his head before he said a single word. Because Aaron's entire life is already spent pouring into other people, his athletes, his own kids, his family. So his fear wasn't really, I don't have time. It was deeper than that. It was, I'm already giving everything I have. How could there possibly be more of me to give? If you've ever felt fully spent by the people who already depend on you, and the idea of building something new feels like it would require a version of you that doesn't exist yet, that was Aaron exactly. Here's what I told Aaron. This was never about adding more of you. It was more so about redirecting what you're already giving. Because Aaron had something real. Years of coaching young athletes, years of being present as a father in a way that a lot of men in his position struggle to be. He already had a method. He just hadn't named it or built anything around it yet. Well, he named it the ARC method. And right now, Aaron's actually in the middle of delivering his very first cohort to real students that want to know what he knows. Not someday, but right now. Building content and showing up for families in his program, doing exactly what he already knew how to do, but just no longer locked inside of one team, one season, one roster. Now, the second person I want to introduce you to is Diana. Diana was a classroom teacher, and her fear wasn't that she wasn't smart enough or talented enough or good with kids. On the contrary, she was good at all of that, and she knew that. Everyone around her knew it, actually. Her fear was more specific, and honestly, I think it's the fear underneath almost everyone watching this video right now. Diana didn't believe she was good enough to provide value outside of the classroom. Not, I'm not good enough. I'm only good enough here inside this building with this title. Almost that her only skill was counted if a school district was the one that said it was counted. If you've ever felt like your expertise is only real because of the institution attached to it, that was Diana's exact fear. Diana had been completely off of social media for 3 years, not posting, not liking anybody else's stuff, not building an audience, nothing, not sharing anything. But a few weeks ago, she posted a video on teaching math in a way that will help kids with problem solving. The exact way she might do it in her classroom. Nothing fancy, just her explaining something that she's explained 1,000 times to help kids think about it in a better way. And that video passed 60,000 views. Her next one passed 90,000 views. The one she posted yesterday has passed 50,000 views. 3 years of silence and a few weeks of showing up as herself. That's not luck. That's what happens when something that was always valuable finally gets let out of the one room it was allowed to exist in. Now, Diana is launching her first cohort in a couple weeks. And here's what I want you to sit with. Diana has decided not to go back to her classroom next school year. Now, this isn't because she stopped caring about the kids or hated the institution or anything, but it's because she finally stopped believing that her value was something that a school building had to grant her. That decision, walking away from something secure and walking towards something that she built herself, that's not a fluke. That's what happens on the other side of the exact fear that you might be carrying right now. Now, Aaron and Diana could not be more different. We have a football coach and a classroom teacher, a father of two, and a woman who'd been off social media for 3 years now. They have very different stories, different fears even. One thought he had nothing left to give. The other thought that she didn't count outside of a building. But underneath both of them is the same pattern. They didn't invent something new. They didn't become different people. They took what they already knew how to do and they built a way for it to reach further than one team, one classroom, and one job title ever could. That's not by coincidence. That's not two people who happen to catch a break. That's a path, and it's learnable. I want to be honest with you about something though. This isn't for everybody. I mean, if you're looking for something that requires no effort or a way to make money without actually using what you know how to do, this isn't that. I'd rather let you know that now than waste your time. But if you watch this and you felt something when hearing about Diana and Aaron, and some part of you recognized their fear within yourself, I don't think that's an accident. Now in the next video, I want to show you what the actual first steps look like. I'm not going to give away the whole path and, oh, you're going to become a millionaire, but I'm just going to tell you where to start. So subscribe so you don't miss it. And before you go, tell me in the comments, was it Aaron's fear or Diana's fear that hit closer to home for you? I do read every single comment, and I promise you're not the only person feeling exactly what you're about to type. So go ahead and drop your answer down in the comments, and I will see you in video 4. Bye.